MusicReviewBox.com. Right now we're talking with Kevin Rudolf. What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Not much. So there's a lot of mystery around you. I've been poking around on the internet. Are you amused at all, or how do you feel about the fact that you've got a top 10 hit and there's so little information about you out there?
I love it, man. You know, the truth is that there's really not a lot of mystery. I mean, it's just that this happened so fast. You know, the song's ahead of everything else as far as, you know, information about me. But at the end of the day, you know, I feel it's all about the music anyway, so I really don't care. You know, I'm not pressed to be revealing anything more, really, if I don't have to, you know?
Yeah, that's true. So tell me a little bit about your history as a solo performer. When did you first sign to Cash Money?
I signed to Cash Money really right before Let It Rock came out. What happened was I had a relationship with Slim, who was the head of Cash Money, and I was producing for a couple of his acts, and played in my solo stuff, and he loved it. And then we were kind of just building and playing more songs and vibing, and then, you know, he said, I want to do this with you. I want to put your record out. And I had Let It Rock, and I played it for him, and you know, we were talking about Wayne and Wayne jumping on something, so I had the beat already and the song pretty much written, got in the studio. Wayne was on it. I mean, at that time, it was really right at that time that I signed with Cash Money, and pretty much was on the radio a couple weeks later, which is kind of why there's nothing out about me.
This all happened really recently then.
But yeah, all this summer.
Huh, all right. Well, you're not really a hip-hop artist. Cash Money is known as a hip-hop label. Is it odd at all to be a non-hip-hop act signed to Cash Money?
I mean, first of all, not really, because I've been working in the hip-hop, whatever, urban, you know, world for a long time, with Timbaland playing guitar on a lot of records like, you know, Black Eyed Peas and Nelly Furtado and, you know, Justin and LL Cool J and Lil Kim, etc., and Timbaland, you know, Timbaland's record. And, you know, so I was used to that world, and then, you know, I've been doing what I'm doing, and the thing is, you know, I felt like everyone was kind of feeling my stuff in the hip-hop world, so it wasn't a stretch, you know, it sort of felt more like home to me than, you know, it felt like I was out there playing clubs, you know, like in a rock band, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The album in the city, it's coming out next month.
Yeah.
That it's a concept album. What's the concept behind this? Like, where does it start? Where does it end?
The concept is really, you know, like when I say it's a concept album, I mean there's a thread running through it. It is a story. It's multiple stories, and there's one thread running through it. It's about me growing up in New York, and you know, my experiences, you know, people that I've met, characters I've been around, and it just tells a story of kind of growing up and finding yourself and learning to survive in the world, really, and still, you know, maintain your individuality and be yourself and not lose yourself, you know, like a lot of people that I grew up with did.
Mm-hmm. Going into the recording of this album, did you map out how the story would unfold, or did you just finish all the songs and realize that they fell into a sequence?
It was the second one. I was working, and then I would do another song, and say this, and you start to see see them tied together, you know. You do one, and then you do another, and you do another, and you start to see a storyline. And you know, it starts with a song called In the City, ends with a song called Great Escape. You know, the first song is about coming out in the world and being really cocky, and you know, it says, every day I'm a star in the city, walk the streets like a wanted man, all the time got my shine, looking pretty, motherfuckers all know who I am. And then the last song is saying I wasn't happy for so long, so many times I walked away, you know. It's a journey, it's finding yourself.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you've got Lil Wayne and Let It Rock.
Yeah.
Are there any other guest stars in the album, or is it
We
just
do,
you?
and I'm really proud of the features on it. We have Nas on a track called NYC, and that song's about New York City specifically. It's all New York references, and so he hopped on that one. We have Rick Ross on one, Birdman is on one, so it's, you know, Cash Money family also. They also did some great stuff on it too.
Cool. Yeah, I also read you wrote on the track. What's it like working with Chad?
It's funny. The whole thing with Chad was that, like, I was a Neptunes fan for a long time. I was really influenced by what they did and them and Timbaland and everyone out of VA. And, I was mixing the album in Virginia Beach, and we're using one of Chad's studios for something, and he walked in the room and played him a few songs, and he said, I want to do something with you now. And I said, okay, let's do it. So we did it that night, and it's funny, like now we're close, now we're good friends, so, I think we're going to be doing some more stuff together, too. It's fun. He's a really talented dude, really creative, really, he's in Neptunes, so.
Yeah, definitely. So aside from being a solo performer, you have a nice resume working with other artists like Lil Kim, Nelly Furtado. I mean, the list is really extensive. What's one of your favorite tracks you've helped out on, played instruments on, that kind of stuff? One that comes to mind.
I actually really liked Say It Right before they took everything out. When I did Say It Right, which was like Nelly Furtado's, probably maybe her biggest hit off that last album. I mean, I added like 6 guitar parts. It was like this like symphonic U2 type, real spacious, airy, like beautiful thing. And they ended up taking out all the parts except for one, and it's still cool. But I really liked that before that.
Yeah. Does it feel different now that you're in the spotlight as a solo performer as opposed to working behind the scenes?
Yeah, I mean, there are parts of it I love, and there are parts of it that I'm not as comfortable with. I like what you said at the beginning was people don't know anything about you, and I kind of think, well, people don't need to know anything about you. I'm just making music. What do you need to know? I mean, I make records, and that's what it is. And then suddenly people are talking about your family and your background, and sirens passing by. Suddenly people are like want to know about you and your history, and it's like, part of me feels like, well, what gives you the right to know about my history? Like, who are you? And then another part of me says, it's just marketing and showbiz, and it's the way it is. But my music is pure. I'm putting out a record that I made completely by myself. It's not something that any record company told me what to do, how to do, said, oh, no, we don't like that, do that instead. That's why I'm with Cash Money, is because they said, Kevin, we trust you, we feel you, whatever you do, we love, and we're putting it out.
Sweet. All right. So you've got Let It Rock. How are you going to follow that one up? Do you have a second single planned?
There's there's definitely a lot of potential singles on the album. I don't know which one it's going to be yet. We're still riding out Let It Rock, from what I understand, and also it's starting to break worldwide too. So I don't think we're gonna let that one go anytime soon. But the album's really diverse, man. There's a lot of different styles on it. It's a lot more musicality on the album than what people have been used to for a while, and I'm just excited for people to buy the whole album. I mean, I'm happy to Let It Rock got everyone's attention. Now they're looking at me. Now they're looking at my album coming out. So I think they're gonna love it, and I'm just happy that they're gonna get to listen to the whole album.
All right, cool. So once And the City drops, what's next after?
We're doing well, one part is we're doing a radio tour right now, this month, next month. These radio promo shows and stuff, which are cool because they're for like arenas and stuff with other big artists and stuff. And early '09, gonna go on tour, like a real tour. And I'm also producing, obviously, writing, doing more stuff with Lil Wayne, Birdman, everyone in the Cash Money family. A lot of other artists have reached out, want to work on stuff, so I'm down for that. So just making records and getting this record out there.
Cool. Well, Kevin, that's all the questions I got for you today. I appreciate you taking the time to talk.
My pleasure, man.
All right. And again,
all right, thanks a lot.